Hey guys, Kill Stokes here. Welcome back to another trading video. Today I want to follow up on the pound yen trading opportunity that we spoke about last Thursday and give you a little bit of an update on what's going on. Some things have changed massively, but there's still a trading opportunity here. So if you haven't done so already, make sure you go back and watch that video. I think it's called like the Goldilocks zone of target, something like that. It's a really good video giving you an overview of the original trading idea and showing you how we took all these technical tools to pinpoint my profit target locations. So a lot has changed since that video has come out. One, we did get our higher high, higher close. Remember, we were looking for a violation of this previous level of resistance, understanding that if we get a higher high, higher close, aka a violation, then we can predict a continued move up, which is the trading opportunity that we were looking for. We're looking for a pullback and then a continuation up. So we got that. However, the next day, we had news come out, both for Japan and the Bank of England, and you can see that after an initial spike higher, we retraced and shot pretty far down with a very strong bearish candle. Now, this does two things. One thing that's good and one thing that's bad. The good thing is this gives us the retracement that we need, right? Remember, my personal style, at least of trading, is I am a pullback trader. So after price, in this case, creates a new high, I want to see a little bit of relief, a pullback into a previous zone. That way I can get a cheaper opportunity to buy and hopefully jump on the next leg higher. That is the positive. The negative is that when we get an engulfing candle like this red one that comes directly after the candle that violates our previous level of structure, per my rules, that is deemed as a false breakout, which negates the breakout and the higher high, higher close and the whole prediction stuff and blah, 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 right? So it affects the bigger prediction that I have on this trade, but I can still take advantage of a smaller prediction, and I'll show you that later. Now, before we go down to the lower time frames, there's a good buddy of mine, Tony, on our Tier 1 trading platform who specializes in the pound yen, aka the beast. He's a crazy, crazy man because you got to be crazy to specialize in this pair, but it's been really good for him over a decade. So whenever I talk pound yen, I like to take Tony's advice, and we were chatting on our chat this morning, and one of the things that he told me a few years ago is that the pound yen particularly really respects a significant Fibonacci retracement level. And that Fibonacci retracement level is going to be the 50% retracement. Why? Who knows? I don't care. Tony says it does. I trust Tony. And in all my observations since he told me this, I don't know how many years ago, he's been pretty spot on. So if we take our Fibonacci retracement tool from the swing low of our move right here to the swing high, it's no surprise that this big red bearish candle almost stops at the 50% retracement. The very next candle spikes it, and this is where we're starting to see a reaction. So Tony, you did it again. We also have that 190 even handle psychological number sitting there as well, adding more pieces to the pie, that whole CTS kind of structure that I told you about in the first video. So we got a nice level of, we got a nice retracement to a nice level of structure. And here's what I'm looking for now. We're gonna hop down to the hourly. And we're moving pretty much right now. But here's what I am looking for to get involved in the trade. Now, again, I can't trade it as a continuation, but I can still trade it as like a structure to structure type of deal. Price action after this, pretty small or big, right, bearish candle, we did a little dance, right? We came down, we got some relief as the week ended, and then we put in a lower low, lower close, and then we relieved a little bit more, and we put in some new lows. And what I need to see is I need to see a violation, right? So I would like to see these highs right here be taken out, meaning that we break and close above those highs. And if we can do that, I'm looking for the same thing I told you before, right? I'll look for the confirmation of the breakout, resistance broken, I'll look for the pullback, and then I'll look for a buying opportunity back up to these highs. Again, I can't look for the continuation anymore because of the false breakout, and that's just my personal rule thing. You can do whatever you want. I just have rules, for better or for worse. We had a good conversation in our private Q&A this morning about rules are great because they keep you out of, if your rules are good, they're great because they keep you out of trouble the majority of the time, but no rules are perfect. There are going to be times where they kind of get in your way and you wish you didn't have them. But bigger picture, law of large numbers, right? They're going to protect us more than they're going to hurt us. And this is one of those cases where it may hurt me a little bit, but I know bigger picture, it protects us because of, keeping me out of bad trades. So that's the opportunity I'm still looking for here on pound yen. And I also want to bring something else up to you. YouTubers, this may be a little bit confusing. If it is, just ignore it. But I'm going to share this on a tier 1 trading platform as well. And this is something we've been speaking about on the RSI. It's so new that we don't have a name for it. But specifically, so trying to keep it as simple as possible without making this confusing. When price action, the price chart puts in a loss of momentum pattern, like a falling channel, a falling wedge, or something like that, those are good areas to look for relief, right? The hard part about those type of moves are that it's hard to time when to get involved, because by nature, they are kind of slowly drifting in the opposite direction that you want to get into. So like you never know when it's going to end. And we were looking at the RSI, which is my favorite indicator. It's the only real indicator I use aside from the ATR, and I know it very well, and I like being very creative with it. We were looking at rotations in the RSI and asking ourselves, is that a way we can hop into these moves kind of quicker? And this is a method that, or an idea that I got from a few places. One, there's a book that you should never, ever read. It's and I mean that. I'm not even going to mention it, so I don't even tempt you, but you should never read this book. It's like witchcraft. But also another trader from France named David Alcindor, who did a deep dive into this book, and he's the one that kind of, got me hooked to it, and now I'm haunted by its demons. But long story short, what we're looking for here is a rotation in the RSI. So I want to identify, in short, our previous structure low. I want to identify the previous outside return behind it, just like we would in any given trend. That outside return is going to be our violation point. I want to look for a violation of that trend. So this is going to be our bullish rotation. And then I want to look for the next break and close above the high after that. So if this is the new structure high or the initial structure high, I want to look for the RSI to break that level, and I want to be involved right there. In this case, it would be on this candle. Now, again, don't try this. These are just ideas that we've been floating around as we experiment and brainstorm in our live trading room. So definitely not something tradable, but these are the type of ideas that when you get good at trading and it opens up your kind of bandwidth for more things, you start seeing things a little bit differently. You start becoming creative, and these are how new ideas, and when I say new ideas, like not new and far like the whole world of trading, but new to you, are created. And you'll probably, out of 100 ideas you come up with, 99 of them will probably be bad and not work. That's how it's been in my experience. But all it takes is one. And if you can find one way that can help your trading, that can increase your edge, it is well worth it. So for you guys that have been tracking this with me in the live room, this is another example, falling channel. We have this rotation right here, and so far we've moved pretty well off of it. So this may be one that goes down as a winner. So just want to update, there we go, words, sorry. Update you guys on the pound yen, let you know what I'm looking for, and kind of tier 1 members give you an example of the RSI unnamed thing that we're gonna have to name at some point if I'm gonna keep talking about it. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are not subscribed already. And also check out the short section. Lots of cool videos. I've been uploading more and more every single day because you guys like the tips and you become like drooling fiends wanting more and more and more. So I'll give you more. So make sure you check that out as well. Until next time, plan your trade your plan. Take care.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name, check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain, I ingest, I retain, assess and I change, possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints, money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague, we all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name, all our insecurities are on display.